This is a quick preview of the way that kbplus gokb synchronization is going to work. I should say behind the scenes, this is based on the OAI interface in gokb. So there's the URL of the OAI service, and you can see this is the list of packages that are available through the API. Quick note about the code. So the code structured as a library that any synchronizing system can use, and then in kbplus we've written some kbplus specific bindings to the general API. So the API structured that there's a general gokb synchronization library, and then you bind it to a specific model. So I'm going to show how that's bound to kbplus. In kbplus itself, I'm running my local kbplus here. Few changes to the menus just to try and make things a little bit more understandable. Institutions is the institution specific things, and we've got data managers now as a menu in its own right. There are two new options. Data manager dashboard is like institutional dashboard, except that it allows data managers to accept or reject changes made on packages up at the gokb instance that we're trying to synchronize with. So we'll see this populated in a second. And then we've got this new track changes to global data, which is where we say which packages from gokb we'd like to synchronize with locally. Normally in operation, we'll sync with gokb maybe once in the evening at midnight or something. For purposes of testing though, under the admin menu, we've got this start global data sync. So currently when I go to this page, there are no packages, we're not synchronizing with anything. I've got the system configured to talk to gokb, so what I'll do is I'll start this global data sync, and this runs in the background now. It's got to sync with quite a lot of data, so I'm just going to pause this until the sync's completed, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, just come back, been away for a little while, and I believe the sync has now completed, so I'm going to go to the data managers menu and global data download, and you can see that this has now been filled out with all the packages that have been downloaded from gokb. And if packages are deleted in gokb, they get marked as deleted here. If new packages are added, they automatically appear in this list after every sync. You can see, so here are the list of packages. There's nothing in my local kbplus other than information about these packages in gokb, so nothing's gone into my package database, if you like. This is just information about what's in gokb in parallel with the standard kbplus database. What I can do though is I can start to track these gokb packages locally. So if I wanted to, let's see, we've got this Duke University Press package, which is only 40 titles, so let's have a look at that. So I click the track button, and I've got two options. This new local package, if I want to create a local copy of something in gokb that isn't already present anywhere, then I can use this new local package option, and I'll just do that now. I've not done this for a while actually, but let's do it anyway. So I click submit there. I can rename the package here. You can see that it redirects me to the page with the thing I'm tracking, but also I've got this message that says track using ID, and then I've got a link to the package. So now that package from gokb has been materialized locally, and this is the package as it exists. Not setting any of these properties at the moment, but that's relatively straightforward. You can see some title data in here. Again, bit of work going on here. This is all about synchronizing identifiers. Get some duplicates in there at the moment, but we'll get that fixed. So that's created a package in kbplus from a description in gokb. But perhaps more interestingly, if I go back to global download, I happen to know that I've previously downloaded this package, and I happen to know that there's one change. So this is the project utilid, and let's. What I'm going to do is I know that I've got a number of copies of this package locally. At least I thought I did. I need to add a wildcard onto that. What I'm going to do is, this bottom one here is one that I previously synced. So this is if I want to create a new fresh package and sync that with gokb. This option is for where I've already got a package locally and I want to reconcile what I have locally with what's in gokb for the first time and then keep them in sync. So what I'm expecting is, after I've run this, I should have a local package, but there should be some changes that I need to either accept or reject to initially bring my local package in line with what's in gokb. So I click on submit. Okay, and you can see same layout, and just to explain a little bit more, you can see that if we go to the package listing now, on this page, let's page through 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it's actually the bottom package. Wherever an item from gokb is being tracked, we'll get lines underneath that point to all the local packages reflecting changes. So that's how that works. So we can always get back to that package. Now you can see the package screen has changed. I happen to know that this tip is different in my local package from gokb. So when we've initially synchronized kbplus and gokb, the sync has said, oh, there's a tip here which isn't the same. Do you want to accept or reject this change? So I can accept that, and then that will bring me completely in line with the changes from gokb. So what I'll do is, if I data manager dashboard, there are currently no pending changes on packages because, as you saw, I've just accepted that change. But if I go to my gokb that I'm syncing with, this is the package that I just synced with, titles, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick on current developments in mathematics, on coverage, and I'm rather naughtily going to change the end volume to be 2009, and the end date there, let's change that to be 2009 as well. Okay, and coverage note, let's put a coverage note on it. I'll just say test. Just coverage note. Good. Okay, so what we've done is we've made a change to a tip in gokb. Now, ordinarily, kbplus will run a nightly process to do the sync. We probably don't want this running every 5 minutes, but if I want to manually trigger a synchronization, I can do that here. And what's happening is kbplus has now gone to gokb and said, can you give me all the changes since the last time I checked, please? And one of those changes was clearly a change to a tip in a package that I'm tracking locally. So I go data manager dashboard, and you can see that that change to a tip in gokb has now come through to my data manager dashboard. And if I go to the project screen, I get the same layout as you're familiar with packages and licenses, sorry, subscriptions and licenses, where I can accept all the changes. The same mechanism works for header properties as for coverage statements in tips. So if let's have a quick look. It was current developments in mathematics, which is going to be somewhere, current developments in mathematics. Yeah. The current date is 2008, volume 2008. I have a pending change which updates that to 2009, the one you saw me. I'm going to click on accept. Go down to current developments in mathematics, and you can see that the date is now 2009, volume 2009, and I've got my test coverage note now. So that is largely the way that the synchronization is working at the moment. If people had subscriptions to this package in kbplus, they'd now all get alerts about this tip change, so that everything cascades down as you would expect. And the last thing to say is the way that I envisage this working, but it might be different when we talk to the data managers. This is the package in gokb, which is obviously an ongoing rolling package. This is the package in kbplus where I'm tracking it. And I imagine that what will happen as we roll over the years, that you might start tracking a new version of this package. So this would be Duke University Press 2013, 2014, and then you could start tracking it again 14, 15. And and I envisage putting, a stop button for each of the trackers so you can cancel it. So when you get to the end of these, for example 2014, and you want to roll over to 2015, you can control that synchronization probably through this screen. But I think that's something we can have a conversation about. That's the synchronization process as it is at the moment. So look forward to some feedback.